With the quick breakout. Plays a different way and is a different body frame than the much larger Pesci.
There's been some speculation that Pesci might be able to return during the series, but we didn't get that feeling before the game, and they're behind 1-0 on a goal by Mika Zibanejad.
Plays a different way and is a different body frame than the much larger Pesci.
There's been some speculation that Pesci might be able to return during the series, but we didn't get that feeling before the game, and they're behind 1-0 on a goal.
Oh, Rangers, the Rangers are winning. Fantastic. Rangers hockey, no fights. Rangers are going to win the big cup. That's a shot.
Roslovic, Fox, Zibanejad on the entry, and then as Roslovic goes behind,
we're in.
Teravainen goes wide. He's got to stop in front of the net.
Bang! Whoa! Score. How you doing? I got swept away by hockey. How you doing, Marcus? Good morning, everybody. How are you, man? How are you? Let's stop this shit. Oh man, what a weekend! How you doing, Marcus Conde reporting on I don't know what. I guess the derangement syndrome of America, the craziness that's happening in politics. Robert De Niro, the great actor, the raging bull, the guy from Goodfellas, the real tough guy, play a tough guy. He's not so tough. He's offended. Again, once upon a time, he said, fuck Trump. Remember when he said it? Remember he said, fuck Trump. I'll remind you because I got the video. And now he's out there again saying, I would never play Donald J. Trump because he just makes me so angry. So Trump derangement syndrome, it's a confirmed medical diagnosis here in America. It's when people look at Trump and they see something else, right? American media has been very successful at pairing people's anger and derangementism. Most people are fucked up, right? Most people are crazy in their own mind. And then you pair it with a political candidate like Trump, and you get this hybrid that we call Trump derangement syndrome. So we'll look at that a little more. And children, I'm telling you, man, the kids are waking up. It's inescapable. Waking up in America, there's anti-war in the air. And it's like 1968 all over again. Is it going to go to that extreme? Is it... well, it already is to that extreme. People are protesting war. And whenever you do that, you get military hacks that are going to disagree with that, and Wall Street that's going to disagree with that, and politicians that are going to disagree with that, because there's a lot of money in war. So good morning, everybody. This is my thumbnail today. That's the great Robert De Niro, the great actor. Right? That's his claim to fame. And the other great actor is the former president of the United States, Donald Trump. Trump derangement syndrome. Robert De Niro helps us define the medical term so that if you didn't know what it was, now you'll know. Here he is in action. Here he is, Trump. This is Robert De Niro a few years ago at the Tony Awards. The Tony Awards. They were giving him a trophy for his work, I guess. I don't know. And here he is.
I'm going to say one thing. Fuck Trump.
Fuck Trump. Here he is. The great actor. Is he acting or is it real? Yeah, man, love it. Do you wanna fuck him like you wanna fuck an animal? Like you wanna fuck a chick or something?
No longer down with Trump. It's fuck Trump.
So I guess he wants to have sex with Trump? Is that what he's saying?
One thing. Fuck Trump.
Does Robert De Niro want to have sex with Trump? Is that why he wants to fuck him, or is it the derogatory, fuck you, man? I don't know. It looks a little sexual to me. He looks like he wants to fuck Trump. He definitely looks like he wants to fuck Trump. Looks like he already did fuck Trump. Or Trump fucked him. Fuck Trump.
It's no longer down with Trump.
It's fucking Trump. He wants to fuck Trump. So that's a flashback to the previous argument. We'll look at the new one. The new foot in the mouth. Robert De Niro has put his foot in his mouth again with the Trump thing. My name is Marcus Conte. I have a website. Every morning at 9 a.m. we are live, right here on YouTube, talking about the events of the day, whatever comes up, man. Or it's just a place to hang out. You know, like it's hard to talk for an hour and always have something good to say. You could just come here and hang out, right? Just chill, right? And you talk for a while, and I'll listen, man, because I listen. I like to. So every morning, 9 a.m., educational, philosophical, not really, I wouldn't call this news. It's more educational, philosophical, like Once Upon a Time. Let's make education great again. Let's make education great again and include philosophy and education as part of education. Informing people. That's what we're doing here. We're picking up where the great educational fields have failed you. Right now, there are riots on campus. No one agrees on anything. You're paying $90,000 to sleep outside on the quad in a tent. But you could come right here for free every morning at 9 a.m., and you'll learn a whole lot more than you would at Harvard or Yale or Princeton or UCLA or wherever else they're beating the shit out of each other. Right? And certainly more than listening to idiots like Robert De Niro smear Trump. So every morning, 9 a.m., come on down. Let's start here. Good morning, everybody in the chat. Thank you for being here. Thank you very much, everybody. Vinny DiMartini is on the wrench. What's up, Vinny? Vinny's in the house. Weevil Girl is here as well. Beautiful Weevil Girl wrenching this morning. William R. Hall, great artist from Syracuse, reporting that it's sunny in Syracuse. It's usually shitty and cloudy. It's cloudy here, mostly cloudy here in Northeast Pennsylvania. A little rain in the air, 50s. On the cold side, but it'll break. It's breaking. Spring has sprung. No doubt about it. Cass Philly Camden, my friend, my comrade from Pennsylvania, a little south of me. Colossal Bigfoot is in the house. These are real people, by the way. David Brown, Zoot Cooter, Sickle Fritz 896. Everybody's here, and to everybody else who's lurking in the chat, that means like you're looking, but you don't say anything, and that's fine. You remember that incident? We might have to watch a commercial to see it, but there was an incident where a angry black student smacked the fucking glasses off of a college teacher. Here he is. He's 17 years old. Turns out, I don't know why we're watching this. Site can't be reached. Here we go. Come on, man. They're not going to show us the video? Yo. That was a good smack video. I'm trying to play the smack video, but it's not giving it to me. Why what's going on here? This is what looking for media when it's free. Oh, here it is. I'm sorry. I was looking in the wrong place. Here's the smack video. You ready? Smack. Remember? Oh, wow. You remember this kid? You could hardly call him a kid because he's a 17-year-old. Turns out he's 17. And now we know his name, right? Before he was a child. Now he's a name. Boom. Smack the glasses off of a fucking teacher. That is, I'm offended by that. I am offended by that. I'm brutally offended by that. Right? So this kid, right? He did that. He smacked the shit out of a teacher. And turns out it turns out that he is going to jail, charged with a felony. We know who he is. His name is Aquifa Hickman. Aquivis, excuse me. Aquivis. That's his fucking name. Aquivis. Whatever. Name your kid whatever you want to. Aquivis Hickman. 17, a student at Parkland High School, was indicted on assault and kidnapping. Nice. They're throwing the book at this kid. In Winston-Salem, North Carolina, smacked the teacher twice. We saw it, inescapable. So good job right there. We know his name now, and that's what happens when you talk about it. Charges were pressed, filed. North Carolina High School hit with felonies. That's good news, man. Good news. Good job. It's police doing a good job, doing the thing that they're supposed to do. I want to talk about this guy. I love this guy. You're going to love this guy with me, right? Who is this guy and why are we talking about him? This guy right here, feast your eyes on this guy. This guy is the oldest marathon runner on the books, right? John Starbrook, a Brit known for the legend, has run 52 marathons. He's 93 years old. He's 93. Now, he hasn't run a marathon in a few years, but I want to know what right? Because I want to live forever. I want to know what this guy eats. I want to know what he does, right? That's what you want to know. Right? Don't listen to what he says. Watch what he does. Right? It turns out the guy's in the gym constantly. Right? He's run 52 marathons. He takes a spin class, and that gets him going. That gets him up and moving. And then another hour of working on his upper body. I think he does this every day. He's been an excellent swimmer for over 80 years. Wow. So he's been swimming his whole life. He's been swimming since he's a kid, like most of us do. He celebrated turning 80 by swimming the Gulf of Corryvreckan between Scotland and Jura and Scarba. He fucking swam the Gulf. Guy's out there swimming. So he swims 3 times a week. He plays water polo. What does he eat? So his best marathon, 4 hours, 12 minutes. But he also did, he also ran it in 2019 was the last time he ran the marathon. 2018, excuse me, at 87 years old. That's fucking hard, man. 87. Marathons are hard to do, right? Former egg delivery man. It took him 8.5 hours to do it, but he finished. This is interesting, too. About 10 or 15 years ago, Starbrook told The Guardian, the doctor said, quote, "You've got to pack it in. You've got to pack in that running." I said, "Yeah, all right." And I did about 15 marathons after that. That's what you do. Fucking jerk off doctors, right? They don't know what they're talking about. Why don't you ask the guy what makes him happy? What makes him get up in the morning? And he'll tell you running, and then some jerk-off doctor tells him, "No, you shouldn't run. You're going to hurt yourself. You're an old man. Get in the jerry chair. Get yourself a cane and a wheelchair and act your age, God damn it." And he said, "Fuck you," and did his thing. He says he never smoked and never drank much. That's interesting. My diet's pretty normal. He eats porridge in the morning and a lot of vegetables, not too much fried food. So he's not exceptional. He's not a extremist. He drinks a little while. He doesn't smoke because you don't want to smoke and fucking smoking is terrible. Tobacco smoke is the worst fucking thing you can do for yourself. There's no joy in it. You smoke tobacco and it creates anxiety, right? It creates angst in you, right? Smokers, people that smoke tobacco. I got news for you, man. It's not good, man. Cut it out. Find something better to smoke that doesn't cause fucking severe anxiety and coughing and emphysema and lung cancer, for Christ's sake. So he doesn't do that. He's got a bit of arthritis in one knee, irregular heartbeat. 93, man. I fucking love this guy, man. Love this guy. There should be more John Starbucks in the world, really. This is happening. I thought this was happening in Georgia, our state, but it's happening. This is a very interesting story. Listen to this. Thousands of demonstrators gathered to oppose the legislation that they see as an impediment to Georgia in Europe. Right? It's the low state that used to be Russia. It's all the way down. It's below Ukraine. It's all the way down there in Europe. So these people are pissed off of some sort of decision opposing Russia. Now, we've always been told that everybody favors Russia or they oppose Russia. What the fuck? I don't know what they're doing, but look at the rallies. We oppose Russia. I think the point is it doesn't really matter anymore what people fucking believe. They're just ready to fight. Right? That's what you're seeing right now. You're seeing humanity bubble up. And these anti-war, these vocal and physical demonstrations of upsetness are happening everywhere. Police are shooting tear gas. There goes the tear gas. They're just protesting some Russian law. I don't like it. Fuck you. In the old days, the people would just shut up and take it. Not anymore, man. Hey man, did you see the kids out in colleges in the United States? They're protesting. What are we doing? We're sitting home picking our ass. Let's get out there and fight. So it looks like people are fighting. It's interesting. It's interesting because it's hard to understand the politics of a place like Georgia. They're pissed off about a law. They're pushing back against their police. It has something to do with media. That's what it does. In fact, it does. Obscene gestures. They wanted Parliament to protest a bill would require media and non-commercial organizations to register as being foreign influencers. So they're pissed off about losing the ability to speak and publish and talk. That's usually what it is. Oh, yeah? I got to tell you, man, those fucking water cannons hurt. And they're deadly if it's cold out. Which it doesn't really look like it is. It's Russia, but it doesn't look like it's cold. If you get squirt down with a water hose, you're not... It's not so bad if it's summertime, but if you're too close to it, it hurts. They're speaking Russian. I'll translate. Bow to your leader. Bow to your Vladimir Putin. Donald Trump, we love you. I heard Trump a few times. That's what's happening in Georgia. I don't really know what to make of it. But here's Trump himself. Look at Trump. Trump, the hero at Grand Prix. At the Grand Prix, the big car race in America. Trump attended a giant car race, the Grand Prix. And look at the hero's welcome. I thought Trump was. I thought he was a criminal. He's indicted. He's a fucking rogue. He's a traitor. Right? Not so. If you're watching from abroad, that is a fictitious definition of how Trump is received in the great United States. This is how the people see Trump, not the fake media. Cheers. USA. The beloved Donald Trump at the Grand Prix, looking for evidence of dissatisfaction amongst the people. Right. Where's the fuck Trump crowd? They're not here. They don't drive cars. They don't like fast cars. I guess not. I guess they stayed home. So what else? Yeah. There's Trump checking out the thank Black Conservative Perspective for your putting this video up. Did I subscribe already? I believe I did. I am subscribed. Thank you. This guy puts up good videos. I like this guy. They want to fuck Trump. Oh, yes. Trump's like,
Thank you so much. We're voting for you.
you better vote for me. Look how hot these chicks are. Look at this, man. They fucking love it. Oh, man, I touched him. You touched me.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I gotta tell you guys, the Biden administration.
Thank you, Greg Furman. Thank you very much, man. It's good stuff, man. So Trump is a fucking hero. How's he doing in the polls? Looks like he's winning. Maybe not. ABC has overall Trump v. Biden. They got Biden by 1. ABC also has Biden in a tie when you tally in Kennedy, West, and Stein. That's significant again. I told you, whenever there are extras in the election in the form of Kennedy, West, and Stein this time around, those numbers tend to come from the Democratic Party and not from the Republicans. There's very few Republican voters that will defect to any of these people. So you do notice that even 1%, if the election is close, it matters. So it looks like, according to ABC's own poll, it looks like the spoiler vote, I hate to call them that, Kennedy, West, and Stein, those are good people right there. They've all said outstanding things about America and such, real patriots running. But when they're in the mix, it pulls away from Biden. That seems to be effective. Now look at this. Look at this poll. Only 3 days before that, they've got Rasmussen's got Trump by 12. Oh my God, blowout. NPR, the extreme left publication, has Biden by 2. Right, and then again, when you add in Kennedy, West, and Stein, the numbers tilt to Trump. Tuesday, where's this? Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, Nevada, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, all going for Trump, breaking for Trump right now. This is the Hill and Emerson reporting. It's got Trump all the way. Arizona? That's not Trump. That's Lake versus Galileo, whatever. So it looks like the country is breaking for Team Trump. I think. Former Antifa member warns professional activists. We're going to talk about fucking De Niro in a second. Talk about other things before we talk about him, because he's really not that interesting, Robert De Niro. He makes me sad, Robert De Niro, actually, because I am a fan of the movies that Robert De Niro was in. I mean, Raging Bull, Goodfellas, Casino, The Godfather, Taxi Driver. Robert De Niro is a fucking great actor. Playing that gangster. He played the Italian gangster like nobody else. I mean, he played Vito Corleone in the Godfather. He was the young Vito Corleone. Now he played the old
in here and end up maybe handcuffing people and arresting them.
We'll do what we.
That's right. De Niro played the young Vito Corleone. Marlon Brando played the older one.
Always done. We'll get arrested, just like the criminals in the subway. They're always right back out in 24 hours.
Marxists are beating up Jews, breaking into buildings and raising foreign flags.
This is where the confusion sets in. What is this guy doing? What is he talking about? Marxists? This guy's a Marxist? Is this a Marxist? What's a Marxist? What's a Marxist for?
We'll get arrested, just like the criminals in the subway. They're always right back out in 24 hours.
Yeah, I think they're trying to talk about professional activists. Yeah, but that's your alphabet agencies, ABC, the CIA, the FBI, the military branches of special forces always infiltrate rallies. That's what they do because they can't control it, right? The best way to end the rally is to control it. The best way to end the movement is to get in there and run it into the ditch. That's what they did with the Black Lives Matter rallies. That's what they did. You know, Antifa was arguably the United States government. You know.
Marxists are beating up Jews, breaking into buildings and raising foreign flags, while Biden says Republicans are America's top threat.
That's quite a stretch there. They said Marxists are taking down America flags and raising foreign flags. There was one example of that where kids on a college campus put up the Palestinian flag in solidarity with Gaza. That's about it. Right? No one's tearing down the American flag. Stop you lying, Fox News. Fox News leaning into propaganda now. We might start hating them again. It does look like they're turning their back on the youth of America and the anti-war demonstrations, the anti-war movements. They seem to be more for war because more war means better for the Jew, I guess, and bad for the Marxist.
Biden hasn't even made a...
Stop the killing, right? That's what war, anti-war means. Stop killing people. Stop killing people in the name of the United States. Stop killing people in the name of the Jew.
Phone call to the president of Colombia. Hillary's a professor at Columbia. She hasn't said a word. Obama graduated from Columbia. Where is he? Mm-hmm. This country needs to get it together.
To every college president, I say remove the encampments immediately, vanquish the radicals, and take back our campuses for all of the normal students who want a safe place from which to learn.
I totally disagree with that. I totally disagree with Trump saying that. Take back the campuses? Come on, Trump. You know that there's a rich history. Look, first of all, this really wouldn't be newsable. If Trump were in there, first of all, you wouldn't have this problem. I would argue that Gaza would have never fell. Ukraine most likely would never have fallen. Those two situations under Biden. However, Trump was instrumental in pushing for the collapse of Venezuela, if you remember. Trump is not a saint. Trump's got his own agenda. Right? They're going after South America. Biden, they're making fucking noise in Ukraine. Right? But I don't think this notion of taking back our colleges from who? It's just kids. Take it back. What? Go in there with police and flatten it and smack the kids into oblivion. Let's listen to Trump say that again.
Back our campuses. To every college president, I say remove the encampments immediately, vanquish the radicals, and take back our campuses for all of the normal students who want a safe place from which to learn.
Safe place. They want a safe place, President Trump. They want a safe place. They want the killing in Gaza to stop. That's what they want. They do want a safe place. College campuses are safe until the police arrive. When the police arrive, that's when heads start getting cracked. If the police would just stay the hell out of our higher education facilities and let them do what they want to do and educate accordingly, then no one should care, right? It's not, look, a private school like Columbia it's way out of the price range of 99% of Americans. Who gives a shit what goes on over there? Who fucking cares, man? Right? Let them take down one flag and put up another. Big deal.
Former member of Antifa, Gabriel Nadales, joins me now. So, Gabriel, you're looking at some of these black-clad anarchists burrow into these windows and kind of take the leadership role of this movement. How does this work?
Well, let me tell you about what this movement is.
That's accurate, right? That's what happens in these rallies all the time. I told you this 2 months ago, that these rallies would eventually get hijacked, right, and infiltrated. First they're infiltrated, and then they're steered into the gutter, or in this case, steered into violence. Once you have people pushing back on the police and breaking things, the police know what to do. If you think you're gonna, unarmed, children on a college campus are gonna take on the entire NYPD when NYPD decides to use force, you have got a fucking problem, because NYPD will run these kids over if they have to. They'll literally flatten them into the ground. So they're doing that, right? They now have permission because the rallies are getting unsafe, a little violence and breaking sprinkled in, enough to initiate the police.
This movement is just part of a bigger conversation when it comes to far-left activism. And as we know, they have a long history in America of violence, whether it be destroying buildings or attacking other people. But one thing that we need to consider is the fact that
Zutsukuda says Trump means make them education centers again, not indoctrination camps. About universities. I say don't make them anything. I say leave them alone. I don't know if we're making, education centers. I don't know if it would be an education center without talking about the anti-war revelation that's happening around the world. I think that's a good education step. Is anybody being indoctrinated by going to Yale or Princeton or Harvard or Columbia? I don't think so. I don't think it's an indoctrination. If a student doesn't like what a college teacher says, he should be allowed to stand up in the classroom and say, I don't agree with your opinion. Stop telling me that there are more than two genders and that homosexuality is fine for a 6-year-old. Or whatever other nonsense you're talking about. As long as a kid can stand up and push back against the professor or anybody else, I think we're in good shape. But when you stop allowing kids to push back, you see what happens? I think the indoctrination happens when you start pushing kids back, right? I think Trump would agree with that to some degree. I don't know. Trump's a smart guy. I don't know. Let's listen to this. Antifa.
that a lot of these people aren't even students.
No.
I mean, from my time in the Antifa movement, I can tell you that a lot of my friends, they used to beg for money to pay for gas in order to go to another city. I even had a friend who used to train hop to get around the country. A lot of these people are willing to work on a shoestring budget in order to get to these protests.
These are the troublemakers. The troublemakers have entered the picture, whether they're organic troublemakers, kids that just like anarchy, which I've met them at rallies. I'm like, what are you doing here? I met a kid on a bicycle one time, right? He was leading he was up in front of the rally on a bicycle, yelling to people, go this way, let's go, we're going this way. And everybody was following the bicycle. And I got to talk to that kid. I was like, why are you here? He's like, I don't know. I like anarchy. I like fucking trouble. And this is it, right? That's why they're there. Right?
In fact,
the troublemakers. So let's just go to see what De Niro said. De Niro, that's what's happening in the world. This is what De Niro said.
You've played a lot of bad guys. Would you ever play Donald Trump?
Never. There's nothing about him. There's not one redeeming thing in him that I can see ever.
Did you ever care this much about politics?
No, I don't. I mean, I'm sort of not indifferent, but it's not my. But I'm so angry about what's going on. I don't see how it can be avoided.
So angry. Robert
so
De Niro
angry.
telling MSNBC he never cared about politics until former President.
What is Robert De Niro so angry about? What is he? It never made me so angry. I want to listen to him again. Let's try to understand. Let's give him his say. What is your problem specifically?
See ever.
Did you ever care this much about politics?
No, I don't. I mean, I'm sort of not indifferent, but it's not my. But I'm so angry about.
I'm so angry.
What's going on? I don't see how it can be avoided.
I don't see how it can be avoided. I'm so angry. I don't see how it could be avoided. Okay.
So angry. Robert De Niro telling MSNBC he never cared about politics until former President Donald Trump's election. Joe Concha is a Fox News contributor. Joins me now.
Trump derangement syndrome, TDS. That's what it is. I don't know. I've never been so angry. And it's Trump's fault.
Why such a raging bull, Bob?
Oh, wow. Good reference.
Thanks.
I'll go with a couple more. Let's take away Godfather 2.
Okay.
Where he played a young Vito Corleone.
Yeah.
Okay.
He
Let's
did.
take away Casino.
That's right. He played a young Vito Corleone.
From decades ago. This is who Robert De Niro is. He is a multimillionaire who doesn't feel inflation.
That's bingo, right there. He's De Niro is a multimillionaire who doesn't feel inflation. Is that true? Absolutely. He lives down there in Tribeca in Manhattan in his 20-room apartment, and inflation, he has no fucking idea what you're talking about. What else?
Or rising gas prices.
Rising gas prices. De Niro hasn't bought fucking gas in himself in 10 years. He gets in a car and the car takes him somewhere, and he pays somebody for the car, the driver, and everybody gets paid, right? So he doesn't care about gas prices, De Niro. That's two.
He's a guy who has personal security, so he doesn't.
That's right.
Doesn't feel crime in New York.
He doesn't feel the crime in New York. That's a great point as well, right? De Niro is out of touch, is what he's saying.
Spiraling out of control. He's a guy whose job isn't taken away by illegal immigration.
That's right. He's a successful actor. He doesn't give a fuck about you.
Doing movies, maybe you should just co-host a show with Stephanie Rule over on MSNBC.
Or maybe he just should shut up and do nothing.
At this
maybe retire.
Point. He's just another elitist with too much time on his hands, Todd.
Another elitist. I like this guy's review of it. I like what he's saying.
And he's telling us how to think, basically. So, by the way, he owes us all an apology for Meet the Parents 2.
It wasn't good.
Meet the Parents 1, classic.
Was it called Meet the Fockers?
Anyway, so that's De Niro's big foot in his mouth. Can we look at the stock market? Let's see, the stock market. Yahoo! I'll do a quick look at the stock market. Market's up 95, NASDAQ up 95 this morning. Dow Jones Industrial Average up 152. S&P 500 up 26. Go. Up. The whole board is green. NVIDIA up 15 to $900 a share. Apple 183 holding. Nice. Amazon 186. Meta $457 for Mark Zuckerberg. Microsoft 408 up. How's Bitcoin? Bitcoin down 300. Time to sell. Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, Boeing, the military-industrial complex stocks all up on the riots and racism that's everywhere. Lockheed Martin is 462 again? How did that happen? Let's look at this. Look at this chart. This chart might be revealing. Let's see. We were down at 400 when the wars. Let's look at the wars. 1 year. We're going to the top again. 5 years. Yeah, Lockheed Martin breaking out. Look at that. Over the 5 years, it's not really. I don't call that a breakout. But anyway, markets are up. Markets are up spectacularly. My name is Mark Scotti. Thank you all for joining me today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Today's Monday, Tuesday. And, I don't know, it's crazy times we live in. Do you hate Trump enough to be out there swinging a flag and blaming Trump for all your worries? It's really derangement there. What I think is what happens on Earth every once in a while is that it's cyclical. Right? If you look back, not even 4 years ago, there were riots. There were, right? And now, only 4 years later, it's happening again, right? As we enter this election season. So what are we looking at? Another $1 trillion stimulus to pay off every Democratic voter to vote for them? To lock up Trump, right? Where are we heading? Where does all this head? I see Buffy in the chat, so I'm going to see when this starts to happen, it tells me that Buffy has entered. But have a great day, everybody. This is see you tomorrow. Mark Sconte reporting.